Hi, good day everyone. Here are some problems that we noticed from the case of Boeing. So first is the failure to properly design and test the MCAS system. So the maneuvering characteristic augmentation system, or the what we call MCAS, was meant to prevent the 737 MAX from stalling by automatically pushing the nose of the plane down if it detected an impending stall. Ang MCAS ay isang system na gawain niya sana na pigilin ang 737 MAX mula sa pagkakaroon ng air stall sa pamamagitan ng automatic na pagbaba ng ungos ng eroplano kapag ito ay malapit ng mag-stall. Pero hindi na-enlighten ng mabuti ang mga airline or na-train man lang ng maayos ang mga pilot ng Boeing kung paano gamitin ng tama yung bagong system. So, bukod pa doon, hindi rin ito na-try ng maayos o na-ensure na gagana siya in any situation, lalo na kapag may sira o maling information galing sa sensor. So, we use the strategy of design school strategy. So, using the design school strategy, Boeing could have addressed the MCAS problem by aligning their internal capabilities with the external demands for safety and regulatory compliance. So, gamit ang design school strategy, pwedeng maayos ng Boeing ang MCAS system sa pamamagitan ng mapagtuunan ng pansin sana yung mga needs and requires for the safety and pati rin yung pagsunod sa mga regulations ng isang airline or company. So, bakit ba importante ang design school strategy sa case na to? So, kasi nagbibigay ito ng impact sa isang systematic ways ng pagdedesign na isinasaalang-alang lahat ng aspect from kaligtasan or safety ng gumagamit nito to the technical parts of the product or the system. So, kung ginamit sana ng Boeing ang approach na to, ang MCAS ay naging mas matibay sana at may maraming layers ng protection. Hindi lamang ito nakatutok sa pagbuo ng product, kundi pati na rin sa pagpaplano ng mga potential problem bago pa man yun mangyari. So, sa madaling salita, kung pinansin lang ng Boeing ang mga steps and procedures at mas inisip ang mga possible problem na pwedeng mangyari, may iwasan sana nila yung ganong insidente. As we address this problem, we use the design for redundancy and safety as the solution. So it classifies into two, which are the multiple layers of safety and the simulate edge cases and extreme scenarios. To the first one, which is the multiple layers of safety, ang unang step dito ay magkaroon ng mga backup or redundancy sa design ng system. So sa kaso kasi ng MCAS, pwedeng gumamit ang Boeing ng maraming AOA or angle of attack sensors para siguraduhin hindi maaapektuhan yung system kung magka-problema man yung isang sensor. Di magagamit pa yung isang sensor. Sa problem kasi ng Boeing, isa lang yung kinabit nila na sensor, kaya nagkaroon ng malfunction yung MCAS. Parang nagbigay siya ng maling data doon sa MCAS, kaya hindi naging maayos yung pag-stall. So that is the principle of redundancy. Kaya wag mag-rely sa isang part lang ng system. So the next one is the simulate edge cases and extreme scenarios. So kailangan naman na palawakin ng Boeing ang mga process to check and test the system. So hindi lang sa mga normal conditions, kundi pati na rin sa mga extreme or bihirang scenario. Halimbawa, kailangang i-simulate kung ano ang mangyayari kapag may sira ang sensor, may matinding bagyo o kapag may maling reaksyon ang piloto sa emergency situation. Dapat ay mas malalim pa ang pinaplano at pag-test ng system in any possible situation. Kahit ang mga bihirang pangyayari lamang para malaman kung saan ito maaaring pumalpak.
Problem number 2. Inadequate pilot training and communication. Boeing minimized the need for additional pilot training for the 737 MAX, even though the new plane had key differences from its predecessor. The company didn't adequately inform pilots about the MCAS system or its potential risk. Strategy. The positioning school strategy would have helped Boeing by strategically positioning itself as a leader in safety and pilot support. So in our problem number 2, which is inadequate pilot training and communication. Our solutions are, first, differentiating training through excellence and comprehensive coverage. Ito ay ang pagbibigay ng mataas sa kalidad ng pagtuturo mula sa mga bihasang guro at pinakamabagong mapagkukunan ng kaalaman, habang tinitiyak na sakop ang lahat ng mahalagang paksa gamit ang praktikal at theoretical na kaalaman sa pamamagitan ng iba't ibang pamamaraan ng pagkatuto. Ang ganitong diskarte ay nag-i-equip sa mga mag-aaral ng makasanayan at kakayahang magtagumpay sa kanilang larangan. Second, position training as a core competitive advantage. The first step is to make pilot training a key differentiator for the airline or aviation company. Position the training program as an industry-leading, comprehensive system that goes beyond the basic certification. This includes ensuring it is continuously updated with the latest procedures, technologies, and regulatory requirements. Third is comprehensive training modules. Move beyond traditional methods and incorporate realistic scenario-based training programs which would focus on both normal flight operations and emergency situations. This would position the airline as the go-to for and well-prepared pilots. Last, specialized training for automation systems. Given the role of automated system like MCAS in the crisis, it is critical to design training programs that emphasize how to handle advanced automation and the potential failure of this system. Position these aspects of training as always strength by ensuring pilots are not just familiar with the technology, but also how to troubleshoot and override it when necessary.
And the problem 3 is prioritizing speeds over safety. Boeing focused on getting the 737 MAX to market quickly in order to compete with Airbus A320neo, led to cost-cutting decisions that undermine safety. Mas inuna ng Boeing na ilabas ang 737 MAX to compete with Airbus at iniwasan ang paggastos na malaki, inuna ang pagbilis ng eroplano kaysa sa kaligtasan ng mga passengers. In strategy, using the entrepreneurial school strategy, Boeing could have addressed the issues of prioritizing speeds over safety by fostering visionary leadership that balance competitive pressures with a long-term focus on safety. The solution in this problem is first is the innovative and safety technologies and processes. Ito'y nakatuon sa pagdevelop ng mga bagong sistema na nagtitiyak na mabilis at ligtas na operasyon na nagre-resulta sa maayos at ligtas na resulta ng product. So, the second is the investment in technology and automation. Ito'y dapat nag-invest ang isang company ng mga makabagong tools upang mag-monitor ng kaligtasan. It will help also upang agad matukoy ang mga posibilidad na mangyari. And the last is the accelerate safety innovation. Nakatuon ito sa pagpapabuti ng bilis at kaligtasan sa pamamagitan ng pagdevelop ng sistemang efficient at ligtas. Mapapabilis din ang operasyon ng maayos at ligtas. In this solution, emphasize improving safety through innovation in technologies and process, ensuring speed and efficiency are not compromised.
So we choose Qatar Airways as one of the company in tourism industry. So Qatar Airways is the national airline of Qatar and was established by the government in 1993. It is based in Doha, Qatar's capital city, and its headquarters are at Hamad International Airport. They are known as the world's best business class airline launch, and best airline in the Middle East.
Qatar Airways Mission Statement. To achieve the goals of each mission statement, Qatar Airways does the following. Put safety first with the highest standards of safety and security, customer focus, providing genuine service and hospitality.
Our Qatar Airways vision statement to create a clear customer preference for a Qatar Airways cargo to establish operational, excellence in delivering our promise to our client. And our Qatar Airways values is safety, high quality, focus, and hospitality.